Hey there, Graeme.
Hey, did you?
You've taught us what we can do when things don't work out. But here's a hand where things didn't work out, and I have to say I was relieved to see that they didn't work out for a lot of people. But I'm sad to say that I still panicked, and I didn't know what to do as soon as things got a little bit trickier than I thought they would be. So without saying anything else, I was hoping you could guide us through the thought process. What do we do when things start going wrong?
Okay, sure. Good question.
All right. Question. Yeah. Okay.
No, good question. What do we do?
Oh, good question. Okay. I was scared. I thought you had a question for me already. All right.
No, don't be scared. One diamond, pass. Okay. Heart.
So this is what happened. I think most people ended up in the same contract, and I went to game. I think most people went to game.
Sure. Okay. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Feels like we have a chance. But it's going to be tricky with, we're missing some key hearts and we're only 4-4.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what you did.
All right. So first just thinking, okay, the diamonds are great. At some point, we probably don't have to rush into getting those. So save those for later. The spades, also nice. We can get at least one, maybe two sure winners, depending on how we play it. We're going to win this club. But those tricky trumps, what are we going to do with that? Luckily, we have two sure winners. 5 trumps remaining. Let's hope for a 3-2 split and play 2 sure winners and then lose one and take it from there. That was my thought process.
Okay. Let's just stop and think for a second.
Yeah.
Now, this is actually a reasonably common situation. So it's a good one to study and become familiar with.
Great.
Now, first of all, with the trump suit, you're quite right. We're hoping for a 3-2 break. Now, that's going to happen 68% of the, think of it, 2/3 of the time. More often than not, but far from all the time. You know, a third of the time, you're going to get a 4-1 trump break. Okay. Now, look, it might be a 5-0 trump break, but now, what's going to happen if you play the ace and king of hearts, and if things all turn to custard, and then you lose a trick, then the opposition are just going to draw your trumps and run all their clubs. I'm not sure. Don't know what's going on, but that's going to happen quite a lot. One thing, there's 2 ways that you can stop things going awry. One is, instead of playing the ace and king of hearts, one option would be to duck a round of hearts completely to start off with, because you always have to lose a heart trick at some point. And that means when you regain the lead, you can cash the ace king, and having drawn the trumps, you're still on lead.
Then we stay in the driver's seat.
We stay in the driver's seat, yeah. Because remember, we have to lose at least one trump anyway. So it kind of doesn't matter if we lose it now or later. The other thing that's very common, and we're kind of mixing up 2 topics here, but another very common strategy when you've got a 4-4 trump fit that needs a bit of work on it, plus a side suit, it's often better to set up the side suit first. The loser in the side suit first. And that way, just imagine, for example, you win the ace of clubs and take a diamond finesse, and the diamond finesse loses. If the opposition keep playing clubs, it doesn't worry you too much, because you've still got plenty of trumps. You can rough a club. If they attack clubs, you can rough a club with the 3 of hearts.
Right.
Then draw a couple of rounds of trumps, and where you go. So just to summarize those 2 ideas, Yes, 4-4 fits can be awkward. There's a lot of work to do on the hand. Two tactics. One is to lose the trump early because you've got to lose one anyway, and one is to establish your side suit early. Two options, and both those help you keep control of the trump suit.
That's helpful. Can I ask a follow-up question about the side suit, setting that up early? Do we need to, like, some part of me is scared that, wait, if I start playing those too early, then they could start roughing, one of them might be short in diamonds. We got quite a few. They could look for the chance to start roughing them, and then I start losing what I had been hoping would be shore or near shore tricks.
Yeah, sure. I understand that. And that is a risk, but you've got to decide which risk you want to take. You're not going to get through the hand without taking some risks. And, maybe yes, you could take a diamond finesse and they return a diamond and it gets roughed. Well, that's only going to happen if diamonds are 4-1. So if you're going to be scared of diamonds, why not be scared of hearts? If you're scared of diamonds breaking, why not be scared of hearts breaking?
Right.
And gosh, there's a lot to this hand, but just think of one more thing. Because you are missing all those trumps, if you do lose a diamond now and somebody roughs, if it's the person, let's say one of your opponents has got 3 trumps and one's got 2, maybe the person is roughing with the long trump. Maybe the person with 3 trumps is the one who's roughing. So you had to lose that anyway. So yeah, a few ways you could go about this hand. You could, I'm sort of tempted to just win the ace of clubs and finesse the diamonds. I don't know. I really don't know what the right way to play is, but it wouldn't be terrible to win the ace of clubs and finesse the diamond.
All right. Lead it and let it run?
Yeah, just see what happens. So they might cover, you never know. Yeah, let it go. Okay, now that's better. So now, if diamonds break, we could just play, we got some choices now. We could rough a club, we could play ace king of hearts and run diamonds. Again, I'd have to think this. I could think about this hand for 30 minutes. I still wouldn't know what the right way was.
If you're watching the video, feel free to pause and come back with the full analysis.
So one simple thing to do now is, okay, the diamond suit's hopefully set up. Now, maybe one thing now we could just play a couple of rounds of trumps and run the diamonds. So we could try that. Play the king of hearts or the ace of hearts. I'm not sure.
Should I play to or play from?
Either one. I honestly don't know. Just
I'll play to, which is what I did. I don't know if it's better, but we see really fast. Oh, we don't see yet. We're about to see.
Oh, okay. So trumps are horrible. All right. So drawing trumps is going to be no good. 5-0 trump break. So I'm kind of glad we did start those diamonds though, because now we can keep on playing diamonds, and we don't mind if West roughs because West is going to have to rough with those trumps. We're going to lose those trumps anyway.
Right.
So too bad. So this has kind of worked out well for us. Now, I think if anything else, perhaps the most important point about this hand is the thing you mentioned earlier. You said, well, you got into a bit of a panic. Now, what you've got to realize, and in fact remember, because you know it, but when we're playing bridge, unless we're playing at home shuffling the cards, if we're playing online or at a bridge club, we're playing the same hands as everybody else plays. And like you mentioned, there was a pretty normal auction. So we can imagine that most people are going to be in this 4-heart contract. And with that 5-0 break, we're probably all going to go down. But if we can go down 1 or go down 2 while everyone else is going down 3 or down 4, we actually get a top board. We're not trying to win the contract. We're trying to just do better than everybody else.
Right.
So, no, don't panic.
Take a deep
Let
breath.
everybody else panic.
See the opportunity. If we can find the inner Graeme inside us, we can let everyone else go nutty and just keep playing card by card.
We're humans, so first of all, we're going to go, just natural. But then hold it together, and away we go. So again, there's lots of things we could do now, but I think I'm just going to play Ace of Diamonds now. Right, well, King of Diamonds.
Even though well, I guess West might have the Jack, but if West can trump,
we had the Jack.
Sorry, yeah, right, of course.
West has got no diamonds left, so he's going to rough
this. Going to trump that. We're going to play that knowing he's going to trump it, but we want to diminish the remaining trumps in his hand.
Right. So the good thing is after this, West is going to only have as many trumps as we have. We're going to be down to equal trump length. We started with 5. We've drawn 1 round, and now he's going to rough. So he's going to have 3. So we're starting to get things under control here.
And at this point, even high card, low card, it doesn't matter. We're counting on him to rough it. Maybe we do one more round of diamonds. We'll see.
Yeah. Now this has worked out well because we established that diamond suit before we played too many trumps. We're okay, yeah. So we can rough that. And we can, West has still got 3 hearts left. So, and he's still going to make 2 of those. So let's just play another diamond. And throw a, I don't care, a club.
Throw a club.
Yep. Now we can play 3 of spades. Yep. Queen of spades. Now King of hearts. So we're still going to lose the Queen of hearts, but we're going to end up down 1. So 9 of clubs now.
Doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
High, low, doesn't matter? I wasn't keeping track.
Yeah. And we're down 1. Now, I suspect down 1 on that is going to be a very, very good score because most people are going to be much worse off.
Yeah.
So don't panic. Step 1. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering, which you won't know what I'm talking about there this year, but I know a whole lot of people out there watching will know what Don't Panic, Mr. Mannering is. Old TV show.
I'll have to Google it. Okay.
Don't panic, and with a 4/4 fit, it's often not going to break. So there's a few little strategies that you can use there, which I hope you found that useful. Yeah, good hand.
Thank you, Graeme. There'll be some part of me. I'll still be scared, but I'm going to look for these uncomfortable 4/4 fits as a chance to stay calm when everyone else is freaking out. So tricky hands like this. We got to tap into the inner Graeme. Thank you.
There you go. Thanks all. See ya.